It's been so long since I filmed that I feel like I have no clue what I'm doing. Hey guys, and welcome back. I know it has been a while, but I am here with another video. I would have had one out sooner, but when I went back to go film, all you heard was the fish filters in the background, and I'm sure you can still hear it now, but it shouldn't be as loud as it was. So I have to completely refilm that video that I previously filmed. The lighting is gonna suck today because I realized it too late and I got ready too late to film in better lighting. So this lighting is gonna be just a tad bit off, or a lot, but let's look past that because we all know my video quality isn't that great anyways. But today's video is about axolotls. I did get an axolotl and then I loved it so much that I ended up getting another one, and then my best friend bought me another one, and now I have 5. It's a little bit of a problem, but not at the same time. I guess it could be worse. But I just wanted to give a little information on them and show them to you guys. I'm also going to show you a clip of them when I got the third one that is actually salvageable. Because of the way I filmed that one clip, you can actually hear what I'm saying, and it's a good look back for me because it shows how small they were and how big they've gotten now. And I will also show you the setup that I have now, where they're at, their sizes and stuff like that. But then soon there's also going to be another video coming to you of me unboxing another one. I have a 6th axolotl coming in the mail tomorrow, and I'm going to be doing an axolotl unboxing, so I'm going to film me opening him or her and seeing what it looks like and all of that. I really hope it's alive when it gets here, so I guess we'll find out together. But I have 2 blue-eyed Lucies. They're leucistic. I have an albino golden Lucy, and I have 2 wild types right now, and I will show you which are which. But I did get the question asking how difficult it is to set up the aquarium for them, like if it's difficult or anything like that, and it's really not that difficult. It's pretty much like setting up a regular aquarium. It's just these guys are a little more fragile. In the setup that I have for them right now, I actually have them in a 60-gallon long reptile tank, and we had to silicone the sides. We re-siliconed them to give it an extra support because reptile glass is way thinner than aquarium glass, and I also don't have the tank filled up all the way. And axolotls don't really need the tank filled up all the way because they stay at the bottom. Since they have little legs, they just sit at the bottom. So that's not really big of an issue. But because of the size of the tank, I have 2 filters in it, and it's not as expensive as it sounds. They are aquatic reptile filters, so you actually put them in the water versus on top of like right here. You don't put it right there on the back of the glass. You can set it in the tank. It has suction cups to it, and that way it can actually sit in the lower water. And I have 2 small ones, so I have them on both ends of the tank since it's longer. And I also have 2 bubblers or air pumps because they need way more oxygen going through the water. That also isn't that crazy expensive either. If you're just getting a smaller tank or like not as wide, you really just need one. But since I have a really long one, I put one on each end. And when I first got them, I was using tap water and using like the water conditioner and stuff like that. But since I got a new job, which I will talk about later, I did learn some things, and I completely switched to RO water, which you can purchase, and it's reverse osmosis water. That's what that is. Kind of like a type of bottled water, just more so for aquariums. so that way I can just put it straight in there, put the animal straight in there without any water conditioner or anything like that. So that's easier to maintain. I'm sorry if it sounds scary, that like answering that question, if it's difficult or not. It's really not. It's actually very simple. It's just more so getting all the stuff for it and making sure you have the right stuff. For axolotls, you definitely cannot have any gravel or any of that. You can have large rocks, but they have to be bigger than their head. I don't personally have any rocks in there because I don't want to risk it, because axolotls are very dumb and they will try to eat them, and if it gets stuck passing through, they will get impacted and they could die. So I just have my tank bare bottom. Later on I might end up putting either sand or tile in there, because you can put sand but only when they reach about 4 to 5 inches, which doesn't take long. They actually grow very fast. I feed my guys bloodworms and brine shrimp right now, especially the babies, but the 2 older ones I occasionally feed my crawlers. I blanch them for them. If you don't know what blanching is you just boil them real fast so they don't start cooking, and that will kind of get rid of, it's like a strong odor or taste, I don't remember which one, that the worm gives off. And sometimes axolotls don't like it, sometimes they don't mind. I have a very picky axolotl, so I have to blanch them, and then I cut them up into pieces and feed them that way with tongs. Another good tool to have with having axolotls is a turkey baster. It sounds a little weird, but it is very convenient to get unwanted materials floating around in the water or their feces. You can suck it up with the turkey baster or uneaten food, because all of that will cause spikes in your like ammonia, nitrite, and stuff like that, and you don't want that because that could potentially kill them. I'm probably going to end up posting a lot more aquatic videos. I'm not going to become like an aquatic channel. It's just something I enjoy and something I want to update not only you guys, but something that I can look back on later and see how far the animals have come, or how far I have come with learning new things and things like that. So the next video will probably be the unboxing of the axolotl. I do have quite a few other videos pre-filmed that will be out too that have nothing to do with axolotls. So if that's something you're interested in, the things not about axolotls, I still have a bunch of that stuff coming out. I will probably also end up posting a video of like axolotl care basics, something that everyone needs to know when they start off with axolotls, with beginners, or if they're thinking about getting them, because I know some of my friends are interested in getting them and they've been asking me questions. So I figured I would just do a video with basics for now, and then I can do videos later on for certain topics, like doing water changes, doing tub water changes, how to treat them when they have certain issues or things like that, how I feed them, feeding all my animals, one of those types of videos, because we do have quite a bit now. Like this is not my tank, this is Logan's. He also has one in the living room, and we also got another amphibian friend yesterday. So I will probably show you guys him whenever I do the full all my animals video, which I will hopefully do soon, but I just don't really have a lot of time to film that much anymore like I used to. And at this point I'm more so trying to figure out days I can film and days I can upload, with everything going on with cleaning and work and all of that type of stuff. So that's a work in progress, but that's where I have been. I have been very busy. There's been a lot of things going on. I still have been filming. It's more so I need to find the time to edit along with filming, and uploading is my huge issue. But eventually, as I get all this stuff done, I will figure out time-wise when I can and can't do that, and we will go from there. But right now, I will go ahead and enter that one clip I was able to salvage from the previous video that I filmed. and then I will update you guys on things that have changed and the new axolotls and their names and stuff like that. So this is the section that I have them in. It is right next to their tank, but this is the youngest one. But if you look closely, you can tell that his limbs are gone. He should have little feet and arms, but from the tank that he was previously in, his other tank mates kind of chewed each other's limbs off, which is all fun, right? He's probably about 2 inches. He is a wild, and these are the big babies. This is Mushu. He is about 4.5 months old, so he is about 4.5 to 5 inches. And this is Jupiter. This one is about 2.5, 3 months old, and he is about 2.5 and 3 inches long. You see his little legs were gone too when we got him, but they have grown back a significant amount. You can see on his right foot he has toes and everything, and on his left one, I don't know if you can tell, but he's starting to get his little toes back. He's still growing his front ones, but he is an albino, and this is a leucistic or a Lucy, whichever one you would like to call it. Lucy is just easier. I have the baby separated because he is significantly smaller than these two, so they would pick on him, if not eat him. So that clip was filmed a little over a month ago, April 16th. I just checked the date that was filmed. So just keep that in mind when I show you the difference in size that they are now and how much bigger and brighter they look. So this is the tank now, the newer tank. This is the 60-gallon long reptile that I formed into an aquatic tank. I know you guys didn't get to see the old tank because of the video not being usable, but this is it right here. It's much bigger than the other one. There are screen covers that go right here that you just slide in. That's why that middle piece is there, but I have it off because I was doing a huge water change today because I had a spike in my levels. But here is one of the filters. I just haven't put the tops on yet, and that's a bubbler. I have a pipe in here that they can go through and swim through. And then here's the other filter and the other bubbler. So this piece right here, I made myself like a do-it-yourself separator because this guy is still very small and I don't want to risk any of them picking on him or her or nipping at her or anything like that. So just for precautions, I have them on separate sides. And this is also the side that the new axolotl is going to be in tomorrow. So here's Mushu. Hey Mushu. He is one of the axolotls that was in the previous clip. This is Jupiter. He was the other one. He was the golden albino. Now, are you ready to see how big the baby got? Bam! This is the baby that was in the clip. You can obviously tell he has gotten pretty big, and his limbs are grown back and everything. He's looking beautiful. He's getting his personalities. And he does have a name now. It is Chance. Hi, Mushu. This guy is one of the other ones that I ended up getting. He's right there. He grew his limbs back too. He didn't have them when we got them either. I think I'm naming him Ripley, but I haven't really decided yet. He also might be going to my brother because my brother would like an axolotl. He's doing really good. His gills are all fluffy and beautiful. And this is the other one. We got this one at the same time that we got Ripley, but he is significantly smaller, so that's why he's on the other side. So his name is Tiny. His limbs are starting to grow back pretty well, but they weren't as fast as the other guys. And so we have him over here since he's so much smaller and just wasn't growing as fast. And they do play with the turkey baster. They like to grab the bubbles. Did you hear it? That was him sucking one of the bubbles up. I also have a hide that I'm going to put in here, but I'm waiting until we get this separator out. So I have to wait for the guys to get bigger because the hide is pretty large. That way I don't have to upgrade the hide when they do get bigger. But those are my guys right now. So that is them now. You can clearly see the growth and the difference in them. Like Mushu and Jupiter are about 5.5 inches now, and Chance, the baby, is about 4.5 inches, so they grew pretty fast. So that's a lot, and I got them April 1st. So they grow pretty fast, especially if you feed them a lot. I feed them twice a day right now, but later on, once they get older, I just have to feed them every other day or once a day, whichever I really choose, as long as I don't make them fat or underfeed them. That's kind of something I'll have to play by ear once they get bigger. But I believe that is going to be it for today. Like I said, I will be posting more videos about them, how to take care of them, basics, treatment, things like that, the types of axolotls that there are. But I am planning on breeding them once they're older. It is too early to tell what gender they are right now. I won't really be able to tell until they're about 9 months old. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.